Hello, everyone. Good morning. I am Madhavi Makam from Colorado, and I am a meditation coach in Colorado. Last week, we had a wonderful session by Dr. Parvati Devi on early childhood challenges and how to deal with them holistically. For all of you parents, we have similar sessions every Sunday on different topics related to conscious parenting from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Subramania M., dentist by profession, introduced to meditation by his wife 2012 when he was doing masters. He's a voracious reader of spiritual science books. He has given 50 to 60 spiritual sessions in different schools, colleges, yoga, and meditation centers, and other public places. He taught PSSA books in one of the schools for 2 years, currently conducting guided meditation online on Pyramid Call Service, Bengaluru. Dr. Subramaniam, the stage is all yours, and please, we would love to listen to your session. Thank you.
Hi, madam. Thank you for your wonderful introduction. Hey, guys. Hope all of you are doing brilliantly well. So, today we are going to talk about the subconscious programming of the children, right? So, to make it easier, we'll split it into two parts. The first part, we will understand about the conscious and subconscious mind and its programming. So, in the second bit, we'll be speaking about the programming in the children and the conscious parenting. When is it gonna start, and what are the effects at the era where mind affects matter? So, quantum physics gives us a beautiful explanation that an atom can exist both in the particle state or in the matter state or in the energy state. So this particular thing has given a breakthrough in the field of spirituality, what we term as spiritual science or quantum science, my dear friends. So mind is something which is in the energy form. Our body is something which is in the form of matter, right? So I have been doing research constantly where these two things are, get a connection. So there across, I came across a book called Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. I'm sure Bruce Lipton has been doing a great job, and you guys would be aware of him. And another person, Joe Dispenza, has written a book called You Are the Placebo. These are some of the wonderful books which gets the connection between mind and the matter. So basically, mind has a major effect on the matter, that is the body. And now, mind is something in the energy form is going to affect the matter through something called belief system. So belief system is something which we are very much dependent on, my dear friends. Our everyday life is based on the belief system, whether you are aware or not aware, irrespective of the perception you have got regarding this. Our activities are based on our belief system. So close your eyes and sit and think about it. So everyday activity, everyday actions, thoughts, emotions, everything is based on your belief systems. So how do we create this belief system? So we categorize for understanding mind into two parts, that is conscious and subconscious mind. Conscious mind is something related to our rational thinking, analytical thinking, creative thinking, decision making. All these things happens in the conscious mind. Any new thing you come across, you sit and think, analyze, you decide about the thing, then you come into a belief system. You judge it into some conclusion and make it as your belief system. This belief system gets stored or gets sunk into your subconscious mind, which becomes the memory. Okay, once the belief system gets sunk into the subconscious memory or subconscious mind, it becomes a memory. Once it becomes a memory, it commands our brain, the physical matter, to have an impact or program or function the body. So here brain acts as a connection between mind and our body. Whatever mind says, brain perceives all those things and then commands the body to function. Commands the body in the sense, I'm talking at the cellular level. Every cell will be commanded only by the brain or central nervous system. For central nervous system, subconscious mind is the one which is going to give the command. So this is how the relation between the mind, which is the energy, with the matter, which is the body, happens. So subconscious mind just plays the role of a hard disk in your computer. Okay, it doesn't have any analysis or thinking. It can't make any decision between right and wrong. Whatever has been stored, it just gonna play. Suppose you have a movie in your hard disk. So whenever you want to play the movie, you just play the play button and movie goes on. Now you want to play some other movie. Until you install or copy that movie in your hard disk, you cannot play the other movie which is not available. So the same way, whether it is good, whether it is bad, whether it is positive or it is negative, doesn't make any difference to subconscious mind. It just runs the program. Once the program has been transferred to the subconscious mind, there is something called synaptic connection between the neurons. Neurons are nothing but the cells of the brain. So we have a synaptic connection. So something in the way language we can say the brain wiring. So once the brain wiring happens, that's it. The program runs on and on. Like similar in your situations, in your life, the programming just runs. The hardwired programming what you have created through your belief system is gonna run on and on and on. The more run the circuit, the more harder it becomes. The more it fires the
సారీ అబౌట్ దిస్ సార్. ఓకే, మీది హ్యాండ్స్ ఇలా చేస్తున్నప్పుడు కెమెరాలో హ్యాండ్స్ ఎక్కువ కనిపిస్తున్నాయి. కెన్ యూ లిఫ్ట్ యువర్ కెమెరా లిటిల్ బిట్, దట్ వే ఇట్ విల్ బి ఐ కాంటాక్ట్. యా, దిస్ ఇస్ మచ్ బెటర్. Sorry about that, because I wanted to, the visual is all everything. So we'll edit it and then we'll keep it. Thank you.
So when the mind fires with the thoughts, the brain starts its wiring. Okay, so mind fires, brain wires. So once the wiring is hardened, each situation you face, the same kind of response you start giving. Okay, so here is the importance of programming, my dear friends. So once we start the programming, it is very difficult to change the program. So when we are doing the parenting, it's very important for us to do the programming in a right way. So when it comes to subconscious mind, so through experiences, we program certain things, and certain things are instinctual. inbuilt, we can say. So suppose a kid, when you take it close to something they touch, something hot they touch, they take off their fingers. It is instinctual, or we can also say it as survival instinct. So these are the two kinds. But the thing is, when it comes to animals, they don't have something called conscious mind. They are already inbuilt with the survival instinct in their programming, and they run only through subconscious mind. But we humans and monkeys, chimpanzees, gorillas, dolphins, we have built with something called conscious mind, which is highest in the human beings. So we have a part in our brain called prefrontal cortex. So prefrontal cortex part of the brain is responsible for the conscious functioning of the mind. So here, this prefrontal cortex activity will be highest in human beings, where we start with the thinking, creativity, analysis. All these things happens in the conscious mind. So we can use it as a gift, right? We can use it in a positive way or in the negative way. So it depends on us how we use our conscious mind and how we decide and make it as a belief system in our life and execute in our reality, right? So this is about the conscious and subconscious mind. So when it comes to the programming or the parenting part, we have we think, generally a layman thinks, parenting starts once we deliver a baby and we have a beautiful baby in our hand, and here our parenting starts. So no, some people are slightly aware that no, parenting starts when we are in the pregnancy stage. No, your parenting starts even before the conception, my dear friends. So it's a different subject to get into the depth of it, because our life design before we come into the earth, selecting the parents, all these things, I think most of you are aware. A soul generally select the parents, select the locality, select the country according to their life design. They choose the parents. So here itself the parenting starts. So first thing in the parenting is, watch your thoughts, emotions and actions when you are when you're planning for a child. Say when you are into the physical intimacy, when you are having your physical intimacy, you should be very much aware of your thoughts. You should be very much aware of your emotions, both the parents, mother and father. The programming starts here, my dear friends. During the intimacy, your actions and thoughts plays a major role. So your physical intimacy should happen out of love, out of care. Okay, so that should be the energies in your body when you are having a physical intimacy. These things will have a major impact on the child, energies of your child, my dear friends. Whether I use the term energy or whether I use the term matter doesn't make difference, my dear friends. It is having an impact on the child. In fact, formation of the physical body of the child, right? So there are already in mythology so many incidents. So suppose a parent accidentally a mother conceives. Okay, accidentally a mother conceives. Say here in the situation, mother is not ready for it, but it accidentally happens. So when you're ready to raise the child, though it has happened accidentally, first thing a mother or a parents, like both mother and father, has to do is accept the situation. Accept it. You are creating a positive programming in the child now. Accept it. Welcome the child with all the ease and excitement, with all the energy of love. Welcome the baby now. Okay, so there is an a lady who has written in her book in 2021, Surani, they have made a research. They have told state of mind and emotion of parents has a major impact on the genetic expression on the child, which determines the mental and body state. We should be very aware of this. So, if it is the family is rejecting, if the family is not ready for the child, so don't go for it, my dear friends. Don't go for it. You get ready and then go for it. If it happens accidentally, please, it's a blessing for you. Please accept it and change your situations at home. All the family members, rather than being in the emotion of rejection, be in the emotion of acceptance. Accept the situation. So, baby will be very happy to come through you. They have done all the homework on the other side to be your child. So welcome it. Okay. So then, after a mother conceives, pregnancy plays a major role. The best example I can give you is the mythological story of Abhimanyu. So when Krishna Paramatma he speaks about the breaking of Chakravyuha, Abhimanyu was listening to him. He knew how to enter the Chakravyuha, and then Krishna Paramatma stops his recitation, becoming aware that Abhimanyu is listening to me. It is just not a story, my dear friends. It is an awareness which has been created in the era of Krishna Paramatma, saying that conscious parenting is very important. Your child is listening to you, right? So, if your child is listening to you, means it is watching your thoughts, it is watching your emotions, it is watching the situations at home happening, it is watching the environmental energy systems in your house. So, when the mother is happy, when the father is happy, they are having a healthy interaction. Child is also participating. It is listening. If you are speaking spiritual concepts or life concepts, it is listening to you. Oh, what my dad is doing, what my mom is doing. Oh, is it? My dad is having a beautiful business. He's doing really well in his job. He is so happy. I am also happy. When the mother is frustrated, when the mother is anger, the baby is also anger, is in the state of anger. So you are programming the emotion of anger in the pregnancy stage. You are programming the frustration emotion in the baby now itself. And then when the baby is born in the childhood, we crib, we complain that my child, he is very stubborn, he is very angry. When the mother is in the state of frustration or anger in the pregnancy, the outcome in the child is stubbornness. The baby will be very stubborn, very rigid. Then we complain and saying that my neighbor's baby is very soft. He listened to his mom, but my child is very rigid. He's very stubborn. And he just doesn't listen to him. The programming started from you, my dear friend. You are the one who was in the imbalanced state of emotion in your pregnancy stage, which started the programming subconsciously in the child in the form of stubbornness. Another thing we frequently see the complication is, umbilical cord just, it ties around the neck of the baby. What is the reason? It doesn't happen just like that. When the mother is in the state of rejection, not accepting that she is pregnant, the situation of pregnancy or all the symptoms in the pregnancy, say it, giddiness, vomiting, all the things, changes happening in the body. If you don't accept it, if you don't, enjoy it, or at least take it in a neutral state of mind, and you just, the people are there, they're frustrated, they curse, I don't know, I just hate this pregnancy, I'm not enjoying it, and I don't want this baby. All these things, what makes is the child becomes, it feels bad. Oh my god, my mother is not liking me. Oh my god, she's not happy. What am I to do now? So what it does is, I don't want to give any more pain to my mother. So what I do is, I'll just end my life. How do I end my life? By tying the umbilical cord around my neck, and it tries to commit suicide, just with the thought, with the compassion towards mother, let her be happy, let her be free. So at the month of 7th or 8th, all these timings, we generally come across this complication of tying the umbilical cord around the neck. So many people have undergone this situation. I'm sure if you dig into the history of that particular lady or the family history, we'll come across one or the other complication happening in the family or in the mother's mind, or like, father's mind. Because baby is listening to you. Baby can sense your emotion, feel your thoughts, right? Sense your thoughts, feel your emotions, feel your actions. That is why we say, mother, spend more time in the creative work, spend more time in the music, creative works, art, music, read books, educating something regarding the parenting or any other spiritual books, or life motivating books. Spend more time in meditation. When you are in the state of meditation or in no thought state, you are in the blissful state, and baby is also in the blissful state, my dear friends. So here you are programming the emotion of happiness, programming emotion of comfort, feeling of comfort. Baby is happy, baby is enjoying the enormous amount of energy that is coming through the mother. See the programming you are doing. Rather than programming something bad, something negative in emotions, why do you want to create it? Your child becomes in the state, like baby is in the state of discomfort, very much in the womb itself. So it will develop the sense of insecurity, my dear friends. That baby will not be very, what do you say, courage, not courage enough to face the life. What are you programming now with the subconscious mind of the baby? I already told you, it's just a memory. It's very difficult to change the programming. So I'll give you an example. I'm a huge fan of cricket game. We Indians are very much fans of cricket game. So I'll give you an example of the programming, how the change has to happen. Suppose we say Virat Kohli is a world-class batsman now. So suppose he is facing a ball which is coming straight, and he is trying to flick the ball. So he goes on flicking the ball to the leg side, and he is getting out with the leg before the wicket. So now in his subconscious mind, he has done a programming. Whenever a ball comes straight, I'm going to flick the ball. So it is so much in the subconscious mind. Now the god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar, comes and says, "Hey Virat, you're not playing the right shot, man. This is creating a problem. It is getting you out. This particular shot. What I suggest you is, change your footwork, give way for the bat, and do the straight drive. When the ball comes straight, play it straight. Do the straight drive." Okay. Now, what Virat Kohli has to do is, his subconscious mind, which stored with the flicking of the ball shot, kind of a shot. Now he has to program it, reprogram it to playing it straight. Okay. So now what he has to do is, he has to start practicing playing the straight shot, straight drive shot. Once he start doing that, through the practice, he gains the confidence, and he will start believing that when the ball comes straight, I'm going to play it straight. So now what happened is, the programming has changed. The belief system with the shot has been changed. Now he is belief system has been changed and reprogram has been done, and now he will play all the ball coming straight with the straight drive. So for this, the effort, the amount of practice has to be done, so much of energy has to be spent. This is one example, but when we take lives, it is not just one factors. We have got multiple factors in our lives. The programming for Virat Kohli was a bit easy, but when it comes to life, when we take so many things around our profession, our family, ourselves, personal self, so many factors are involved. The programming, the changing of the programming is very, very difficult, right? So we have to be very careful in our conscious parenting stage. So another thing I want to tell is, one of the research has been done. I just want to quote it. Effect of stress hormone on the baby. When the mother is stressed, the stress hormone is released. What is the stress hormone? We call it as adrenaline. Adrenaline is the stress hormone which is released when a human is under stress. When the mother is constantly stressed out due to various situations in her personal life or family life, so it's ending up her with release of adrenaline hormone.